Okay, let me do a quick check-in with Wshngtn Blck by S.E. Duggan. This is a little stub, I guess, but it's a cram-packed full stub. It is tracks 31 to 33, getting us to the end of part 3, starting part 4 next. So this is the end of the Nova Scotia section, I guess, where Wash gets into goes to a bar and meets a guy who has I guess a Scottish, sounds slightly Irish by the narrator voice. It is Wild, the slave hunter, who claims, he goes through a whole bunch of kind of just meandering philosophical talk, basically as a way of justifying his own racism. Um, twisting his trusting great men's words to bolster his own kind of wounded pride, because indeed, by having not found Wash, he lost a lot of business. He lost respect. Talks about Erasmus just walking, basically cold shouldering him in London one time, just like I wasn't there, because like he was basically nobody. He wasn't useful. Um, and he also claims that he had seen Christopher Black walking around alive in London, which really shocks Wash, which I mean would be just a terrible kind of abandonment. I think it would be how it would be viewed by him. I guess we'll see if it actually is true. But yes. And he says, "Oh, yeah, I just wanted to say that," and then he leaves. And of course, later he jumps Wash, and they have a really set to where Wash manages to jam a knife at an awkward angle and thinks he probably just lost his eye. I didn't kill him, but he's like he's pretty messed up himself. So yeah, no, he doesn't go to his friend. He goes to Tanner Groff with the father away. One thing leads to another after he's patched up, and they do have a love scene lie together. And he tells her his story, and she's of the opinion, yeah, Christopher, he didn't love you. He wasn't like treating you as an equal. You're simply a cause to him. You were simply ballast weight for him, for your thing. Like all those people he had drag his his um, his balloon up way up onto this high height. They were doing just as backbreaking work there as they were in the other thing, and he didn't give a fuck about that. She relates, being in New York and being at a Society of Quakers thing where they were talking about, oh, the poor Negro this, the poor Negro that, while at the same time there were some black people there who were made to sit separately from them, and they saw nothing. They saw none of the hypocrisy of that, which sounds familiar of today. And she's like, you need to get out of here. You need to go. You've struck a white man. Come with us to England. Come with us to England. Which I know what the name of the next time the thing is, so it's England. But yes, so she raises very good points of Christopher might feel some affection for Wash, but basically did use him a lot of the ways. Like she is a little bit more far-sighted, that she, having been somebody who's been walking around in society and seen all these people who are like, oh, the poor colored people, and now, yeah, that this is what they say, but this is how they actually act. So yes, this, Dugan definitely making some comments on how our society is as much today as it was then. So yeah, okay. Check in next time on part 4.